Invest in what you know. It is perhaps the most famous investment advice of all time. It's the phrase that defines Peter Lynch. It sounds so simple, so elegant, so intuitive. It is also the single most dangerous piece of financial advice ever given when it is misunderstood. Welcome back to the Everyday Edge. In our first episode, we established your unfair advantage. The fact that your everyday life exposes you to incredible investment opportunities long before Wall Street professionals ever see them. Today, we build the second pillar of this philosophy. We must dismantle the invest in what you know trap, because most people only hear the first half of the sentence. They hear invest in what you know, and they stop. They think it means, I like drinking Starbucks coffee, so I should buy Starbucks stock. My kids are obsessed with this new video game, so I should buy the game developer's stock. I love my new iPhone, so I should buy Apple stock. This is not investing. This is shopping, and it is the fastest way to lose your money. Peter Lynch himself was horrified by this misinterpretation. He told a story in his book, Beating the Street. He said, just because you're a frequent flyer does not mean you should buy an airline stock. Think about that. As a frequent flyer, you know the product. You know the seats are comfortable. You know the service is good. You know the planes are on time. What don't you know? You don't know the price of jet fuel. You don't know the company's labor union contracts. You don't know their crushing debt load from leasing those airplanes. You don't know their profit margins, which are razor thin. You don't know that the airline industry is viciously competitive, a commodity business where the only thing that matters is price. You know the product. You are completely ignorant of the business. This is the trap. Confusing product familiarity with business understanding. Confusing being a good consumer with being a smart investor. So, what did Peter Lynch really mean? When Lynch said, invest in what you know, he meant it as the starting point, not the conclusion. It is step one. As we said in episode 1, liking the legs pantyhose in the supermarket was not the reason to buy Hanes stock. It was the invitation to start researching Hanes. Liking the coffee at Dunkin' Donuts was the tip-off that inspired him to read their annual report. Your everyday edge does not give you the answer. It gives you the question. The amateur says, this product is great. I'm buying the stock. The Peter Lynch investor says, this product is great. Now my homework begins. What is that homework? It's asking the next set of questions. The consumer asks, do I like this product? The investor asks, is the company that makes this product profitable? Is it growing? Does it have too much debt? Is it a good business? The real power of knowing something is that it gives you the ability to understand the story of the company better and faster than a Wall Street analyst. Let's use a modern example. Imagine you are a professional video editor. For years, you've used Adobe Premiere Pro. Suddenly, you and all your colleagues start switching to a new software, DaVinci Resolve. You know why you're switching. You know the color grading is superior. You know the new updates are faster. You know that its free version is so powerful, it's destroying Adobe's subscription model. That is knowing a business. You have a qualitative, on-the-ground understanding of the company's future that an analyst in New York, who has never edited a video, will only see in a quarterly report 6 months from now. Your knowledge of the product gives you an expert-level insight into the business. Here is Lynch's real test. Invest in a company whose business you can explain to a child in 2 minutes. If you bought Amazon in 1999, did you know it? Did you know it as a website that sells books? Or did you know it as a revolutionary logistics company with a visionary founder, zero debt, and a clear plan to use its cash flow to dominate all of retail, starting with books? One is a consumer's observation. The other is an investor's understanding. That is what Peter Lynch meant. So, invest in what you know is not a lazy command. It is a powerful filter. Out of the 10,000 stocks in the market, it filters them down to the 10, 15, or 20 that exist within your circle of competence, a phrase made famous by Warren Buffett, but which Lynch practiced instinctively. Your job, your hobbies, your passions, These define your circle. This is where you hunt. But once you find a company in that circle, once you've used your everyday edge to find a promising story, the real work begins. And the very first step in that work, before you look at a balance sheet, before you calculate a P/E ratio, is to ask the most important question of all. What kind of company is this? Because as Lynch famously taught, you cannot analyze a company until you know its category. Is it a slow grower? Is it a stalwart? Is it a fast grower? Is it a cyclical? Is it a turnaround? Or is it an asset play? If you don't know the category, you can't know the story. And buying a stock without knowing the story is the trap. It's speculation. It's gambling. And as Peter Lynch said, the amateur investor can, in fact, outperform the experts if they do their homework. In our next episode, we will begin that homework. We will dive deep into the single most important framework Peter Lynch ever created, the 6 categories of stocks. Thank you for watching The Everyday Edge. Do not fall for the trap. Do the homework. Subscribe, and I will see you in episode 3.